Breakfast presenter Steph McGovern claims she is paid less than posher BBC colleagues due to her working-class background. As the Beeb strives to close its gender pay gap, the business expert believes there is a class divide too, with well-spoken privately educated presenters earning more. Steph, from Middlesbrough, who was once told by a boss at the corporation she was too common to be a presenter, said, "Throughout my career I've had to argue about it. There are a lot of women who do a similar job to me who are paid a hell of a lot more, who are a lot posher. It's not as simple as a gender issue, it's partly down to class. It's dead important to represent loads of different cultures. But what the BBC doesn't do enough of is thinking about getting people from more working-class backgrounds." 7 of 9 female news presenters whose pay was revealed last year, and who earn more than Steph, went to private schools. "It is a similar story for those in charge," Steph said, adding, "A lot of people in management are from the same background. We're asking how do we represent more working class people? When they aren't working class, so how do they know?" Steph, 35, has been given a huge pay hike as part of the ongoing drive to close the gender pay gap by 2020, putting her on around £100,000. She says all BBC presenters' pay should be capped at £150,000 and once more with regional accents. She told how she once saw a map of Middlesbrough at a Radio 4 office with a line drawn across it marking a no-go zone for the crew reporting on antisocial behaviour there. £350,000 and £399,000. Fiona Bruce, private school. £200,000 and £249,000. Laura Quinsberg, private school. Victoria Derbyshire, private school. Miss Hussain, private school. £200,000 and £249,000. Sophie Raworth, private school. Kirsty Walk, private school. Moira Stewart, state school. Naga Munchetty, private school. The former Tomorrow's World host said, "I was like, my mum and dad live in the middle of that." Veteran broadcaster Annie Nightingale, 77, says she was snubbed as a co-host of a show marking 30 years since the final Old Grey Whistle test. Radio 6 DJ Liz Kershaw said the decision was bewildering, adding, "Where are the women?" A BBC spokesperson said, "More than 80% of the BBC's workforce was educated in state schools and the BBC is more diverse than it has ever been. The BBC has a clear commitment to finding and developing new talent. We offer hundreds of apprenticeships to ensure the BBC is open to people from all backgrounds and a range of programs to help people develop their career once they've joined. But there's always more to do and we have an ambitious diversity strategy which sets out our commitment to fully reflecting and representing the whole of the UK."